Tell me about yourself. First of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity. My name is Jiwon Zhang and I studied electronic engineering in Yangnam University. Throughout my entire career and life, I've always put communication first. And having that in my mind, I myself always try to listen first and think deeper and be generous to everyone. What are your strengths? One of my biggest strengths is my people skills. Well, I think so for me, introducing myself and starting conversation is no problem at all. And my experience has given me the time management skill that are required for this program. And I understand that deadlines need to be met, and I will go above and beyond to make that happen. What are your weaknesses? Sometimes I tend to be strive for too much perfection because I think the quality is the most important thing. But from my experience, I understand that striving for too much perfection is not that efficient because it takes a lot of time to get the best quality. So I will find a balance between speed and quality. Uh, how did you prepare for this interview? When I first when I first faced these per- questions, I thought, oh, it's too difficult. At that time, I can realize that I didn't know myself well, so I started to understand myself first, and so that I could answer the question more easily. Yeah. Can you tell me why you'd like to study in our program? Oh, well, because I really care about studying English. Maybe it's for getting a job. So, this program, I think this program satisfied my both needs, my language skill and business skill. These are my final goals. So, I'd like to study in your program. How do you think this program will can benefits for your future? I think by meeting various experiences and meeting various people, I can be more open, and it will make me understand the other person better. So, and I think I will also can get a confidence in a language. This experience will be advantageous for me to get a job. Because nowadays in Korea, many companies value the internship experiences and business skill and language skills. So I really want to participate your campaign program. Tell me about the time when you had a disagreement with a colleague. How did you deal with it? While taking a class called communication skill last semester, I had the chance to debate. Yeah, at that time there there is conflict with my team member in organizing our team's opinion. However, I told you it's a communication skill class, so we all learned how to solve the conflict. So we could put ourselves in the other's shoes and make a decision, and in the end, we could solve the problem very well. Do you prefer Do you prefer working alone or working in groups? Oh well, so for me, I prefer working in groups because I think we can get a no because I think through group activity we can get a feedback and fill each other's weaknesses. In my experience, I was inspired by team members, so I can say team members are my motivation factor. So for me, working in groups is more productive. How much training do you think you will need to become a product worker? I think it need expertise to become a product worker. And if I have ability to teach someone, I think I became expert. So I think I need to train enough to teach someone. Tell me about a time you achieved success in a group. What was your role? What was the outcome? When I was in high school, I made a blood donation promotion team, and I led the team for 2 years. Mm, and there are a lot of problems because 2 years is very long time. I think so. So, and I had a feeling of responsibility because I was a leader. So, but I just worked hard between my teacher and my friends. Hmm. And then last, so we could solve the problem. We could become quite a good team. And finally, we won the prize as a representative of the city. What is your long-term employment or career object? My final goal is to enter the automobile company or electronics company because my major is electronic engineering, so I'd like to that enter that kind of company. How would you describe yourself as a worker? Well, I want to describe myself as a third kind of person. First, a person who always does her best on a given task, and a person who understands the importance of deadlines, mm, of deadlines, and importance of the balance between the speed and quality, and a person who does everything beyond expectation. Do you consider yourself a self-starter? If so, explain why. I think I'm an independent person. Yes, because I always really went for opportunity that came my way rather than going after opportunities. And I think this program is one opportunity that I really tried hard and in the end got. Yes, so there are, but there are many things that I couldn't. No, it's there. Tell me about a time when you made a significant error. What happened? Lately, in our institute, I had a chance to perform the English song named Elementary. Yes, throughout this is that is the group activity. So our team did our best, but we couldn't meet our teachers' requirements because we didn't recognize and analyze the point of the given task. So, but I can, um, so from this experience, I think that rather than just working hard, we should recognize and analyze the point of the given task and then do our best. Yeah. And how are your computer skill? Oh, I think my computer skill is above the average because I had many classes dealing with computers because of my major. And last semester, I took the class named called Mobile Programming. At that time, I made the Android application. It was very difficult to me, but from these experiences, I became very close to computers, and these experiences make me improve my computer skill. And what skills do you have that sorry, will contribute to our program, our company? Our program, yeah, I think. I have the communication skill, and I think I have the qualification and I have the experiences to deal with the conflict with the new people and to deal with the difficulties in a language. because I've done a lot of things, so I'm confident that my experiences and my skills will be useful for this program. Yes. What motivates you to put forth your greatest effort and why? I think other people is my motivation vector because I'm a person to with a good desire to win. So I don't want to produce the result worse than others. So other person make me do a lot of work. Yes. Describe your most significant success and failure. I think my significant success is the success I've achieved by doing my best, and the most significant success is too. The significant failure is too. My most significant failure is the failure that I've got, even though I've tried my best. So, because I think if I tried my best at anything, I will leave a great meaning, and that are that teach me a great lesson. Yeah. What kind of company would you work for? Oh, I told you already, since my major is electronic engineering, so I'd like to I'd like to work in a company of electronics or electronics field or the company of the automobile company field. For example, Toyota or Sony. Yeah. What kind of work environment are you looking for? I'd like to work at a company that gives importance to communication with employee because I think without communication in the company, nothing could harder than that. Furthermore, I'd rather work in a horizontal relationship than vertical relationship. I think I can do my best in a company like that. What kinds of people do you enjoy working with the most and why? I enjoy working with a person who respects other person's opinion because I feel that consideration is the most important thing when we work together. So I think when we consider and respect each other, we can get a best outcomes. How do you manage your stress? Usually I read books or listen to music because positive writing and lyrics make me not only relieving my stress but also giving me a positive mind. I think it's good for relieving stress to think the positive way. Think of a positive way. What kind of things do you do in your free time? So for me, I usually enjoy reading books. I tell you already, because through reading, I like to know the other people's thoughts. No, and one of the things that I learn from reading is that there are all these parts of the society which are geared just towards understanding people and how to think another way, how to success and so on. So I want to put my knowledge for this program. What kind of things do you do during your free time to improve your English? Since I usually have studied English writing, I try to talk with my friends in English during my free time because I think that speaking is the most important thing because I think the reason why we study English is to use it in a real life and in real life speaking is the most important thing. Yes. Of course, it's often difficult to say what I want to say, but I can also understand the failure is a good way to grow. And have you studied English? Where did you learn English? Are you studying English now? Um, As most of my friends do, I have the studied at school and private institutes for a long time. So for me, learning English was quite fun and quite very boring. But now I'm enjoying studying English because I'm learning English, real English in real time. So mm, I could understand the English is not just hard. So it's quite fun. So yeah. So I've got to desire to do better. No? Yeah. What kinds of tasks do you uh, what kinds of skills do you hope to gain your experience here? What is it that you would like to do for your work experience in Canada? Oh, I wanna oh sorry, wait a minute. Sorry. I like to learn not only about engineering but also about business management because I don't have the opportunity to learn about business skill or business management. So if I learn about it, I will be more competitive person in a society. And what kind of things do you want to learn from this program? What do you think you're gonna learn in here? Not just English, for us. I'd like to learn how to treat people and social life because the only society I've ever experienced is the school. And I think I've learned a lot of things and many things, but I think nothing, there is nothing to use in real life. So through this program, I want to learn the useful ability and social skills in real life. I can use in real life. Yeah. Have you been outside of the Korea? Oh yes, and I'm enjoying traveling. And what last year I made a trip to Hokkaido, Japan for 10 days alone. As I was studying Japanese, so I wanted to use the Japanese in the field. So it was very short time, 10 days is well. I could feel many things because I could get a time 혼자만 time I can use alone. So, for example, I realized that having experience is the bestest way to learn language and their culture. So, I think this program will very useful for me to learn language English and to learn the, their culture and business skill. Also, business skill, they're perfect. Yeah, thank you. Thank you for having me.